This video is for my gamers, aka mermaids who love to play video games, and for my video game lovers who enjoy swimming. We are doing a waterproof Lady Dimitrescu makeup tutorial. That is such a mouthful to say, and I mess up her name so many times in this video, I swear. As you can see, the makeup I'm wearing is not 100% accurate to her character. It's a little more extreme and a little more edgy, but that's how I like it. Even if you don't want your makeup to be this way, please at least follow along with the products that I'm using to make sure that your makeup sticks to your face when you're swimming in the water, and then you can go ahead and follow someone else's tutorial if you don't want it this extreme. But I am a professional mermaid, so I do know what I'm doing, and I can assure you, if you don't touch your face, this is going to stay on your face when you're swimming at the pool, or in a lake, or in the ocean, or wherever you plan to go. It's not coming off, trust me. I already put moisturizer on my face, so I'm going to skip that step. But what you need to do is put some moisturizer on your lips too. I am using the Badger Vanilla Bean Cocoa Butter Lip Balm because it smells great and works really, really well. After you've moisturized, you're going to put on a primer of your choice. Personally, I like to use this Shine Killer by NYX or NYX. I think it's NYX. We'll just say NYX. That all over your face. I don't know if you're supposed to or not, but I like to put some on my eyelids too, just because I feel like they deserve it too. And of course, down your neck. After your primer has been applied, we're going to take some liquid foundation. I'm using Revlon Color Stay in the shade Ivory for normal to dry skin. And my pump doesn't want to work. The reason I'm using this is it has an SPF of 20, and when you're out at the beach, it's very important to make sure you take care of your face, because otherwise you will have accelerated aging and possibly skin cancer. Once you have dotted this all over your face, you can rub it in. Now, I don't usually like to put a lot of makeup on because it makes my skin look all wrinkly, but the thing I love about Lady Dimitrescu, and the reason I actually like this character, not as much as Heisenberg, but whatever, is that she is like a good example of an older, beautiful figure, and as somebody who's aging, I just appreciate the representation. It makes me feel less bad about getting old. You shouldn't feel bad about getting old, but you know, sometimes it gets a little depressing. Okay, next we're going to use some concealer after you've rubbed in your foundation really, really well. I'm going to be using Can't Stop Won't Stop Concealer by NYX, and it's the shade Pale. Now dot that around and try to blend it in. Alright, I blended it all in, but my face is so dry I look like a plucked chicken, but that's okay. Call me Griffin. Next, we're going to take some finishing powder, and this one is green tinted, so it kind of blocks out any redness, and I think it adds that more dead look. I just got it a while ago and I really like it. So take your brush, tap it off, swirl it around all over. Before we move on to the next step, I'm going to show you the eyeshadow palettes that we're going to be using, because you're actually going to be using these to contour too, depending on your skin shade. And the one we're going to be using is called Reloaded Iconic 3.0 by Revolution. We will also be using a matte black by Buxom, or any high quality matte black that you have. And then we'll also be using NYX's Ultimate Edit, and it has like a sunset pattern. It's called Phoenix. It's really dirty. Before I actually use the eyeshadow to use it as eyeshadow on my eyes, I'm going to use it to contour my face a little bit. This is a trick I learned from a photographer actually recently, is to look a little bit more dead, use tones to contour that are more bluish and not as reddish. So this is like a taupe color right here, and that's what I'm going to use. I'm just going to put it on my cheekbones, under my jawline, and maybe on the side of my nose if I feel like it. Once that's in place, I'm going to take my fluffy blending brush thing and just kind of blend it in. After you've contoured your face however you like to do that, we're going to move on to the eyebrows. So I'm going to take actually a very disappointing eyeshadow that I got. It's a black one by, I have no idea because it's so old, but just a really kind of crummy black eyeshadow that's not actually good for eyeshadow. And I'm going to take a really old beaten up brush and I'm just going to fill in my eyebrows. Just the way you normally do your eyebrows. Her eyebrows are quite high, mine are not. I have Neanderthal face. After you've gotten your eyebrows how you like them, we're going to move on to the eyeshadow. And the key part to the eyeshadow, whether you follow this tutorial or any other tutorial, make sure you do this step, and that is to use NYX's eyeshadow base. I like to use the white one, and this thing has lasted me forever. I don't know if they still make it, but I know you could probably find it on the internet because it's the internet and there's just about everything on the internet. Now we're going to take our eyeshadow base and we're going to take a little bit on our finger and gently pat it on one of your eyelids all the way up to your eyebrow. Don't use too much. And then blend it in. And now we're going to take this really light beige shade. How do I do this? Really light beige shade right here. It's a matte beige shade. It's from the Revolution palette. And we're just going to put some on our brush and just pat it all over. And now take a blending brush and blend that in. This is just going to set it into the eyeshadow base. Kind of creates a nice foundation to build on. And it really helps if you have a makeup brush that is not 7 years old. After you've done this eye, do the exact same thing to the other eye, and then we'll do the next step. Holy cow, my skin is looking rough. Okay, did a photo shoot and I had to practice my makeup like 3 days in a row, and it was a lot of makeup, and yeah, my skin's still recovering. Anyways, we're going to move on with some pink shades of eyeshadow. And I was looking at a photo of her. And I think this is the right shade right here that we're going to use. We're going to give this one a try. I did this the other day, but I can't remember if I used this one or this one. So we're going to go with this one. If it doesn't look right, go with this one. So we're just going to apply that, not all the way up to our brow. You're just going to kind of go a little bit past where your eye folds. Whatever the technical term is for that. And then drag it all the way down to your lash line. And now we're going to take our fluffy brush and we're going to blend it out. Just try to get it nice and even. My skin probably won't let me do that today, but we'll give it a try. And next we're going to take this red color from our Ultimate Edit Phoenix palette, and we're going to put it along the lash line and build it just a little bit like up to the crease, not all the way as far up as we put the last color. If that makes sense. Just watch. I can't explain things with words. Just like that. Not all the way up there. And now take your blending brush and we're going to blend it into the other color, so kind of blending it up. And now we're going to take this purpley shade on our Revolution palette, matte purple, and we're going to put it at the base of the eyelashes and work it up to a little bit lower than we did the red. So you're making like a gradient. And now we're going back to the Ultimate Edit by NYX, and we're using this purpley shade, and we're going to put that around, starting at the lash line, and again a little bit lower than you did the other colors, so it's a gradient, but we're also going to work it into the outer crease, so like right in here. So you have a bit of a, I don't even know what you'd call it, just you have some darker stuff up in your crease. Now this part is going to take a lot of focus because black eyeshadow gets everywhere. We're going to use the Buxom Matte Black eyeshadow or whatever good eyeshadow that you have. Put a little tiny bit on your brush, and you're mostly going to put it just on the outer crease of your eye and right by the lash line right here. So make like a V. V for Virgil. And then we're just gonna kind of drag it really thinly across the lash line and blend it up. And the last color we're going to use is we're going to take this shimmery purplish black color and just kind of go right by the lash line, just because it's kind of purpley and shimmery and her makeup's more purpley, so add a little bit more purple. And you can put some in the crease too, doesn't hurt. And now you're going to take another bit of your eyeshadow base and tap it gently under your eyes into the sides, like right here, a little bit, just a small amount. We're going to use this matte purple right here. I'm going to take a small amount and drag it all the way around the lower lashes. And then you can kind of try to blend it out, just a little bit. Now we'll go back to this shimmery purple here, this really dark one. We're going to take a tiny bit of this and just stick it on the outer corner of the underside of your eye, and then just flick it up to meet the other chunk of eyeshadow. Alright, so we're officially done with the eyeshadow. Now you can of course tone it down if you'd like to. Personally, I like how it looks. It'll stand out really well in the water. But if you cannot resist the urge to put eyeliner on, do not believe this character is wearing any eyeliner, but you can take this specific eyeliner. It's by NYX, retractable eyeliner, black mechanical eyeliner, and it's waterproof. Important, waterproof. This stuff actually stays on really well. You can even put it on your under eye if you'd like to. I'll just show you. I don't really need it, but put a little bit right here. I might put a little bit up here just to balance it out. I don't know. But you can use this stuff. If you need eyeliner, this is the stuff to use. If it's what you want to use, it works really great and it stays on really, really well. And then for eyelashes, if you want to use mascara, this is the stuff to use. This mascara stays on really, really well in the water, and in order to get it off, you kind of have to use some coconut oil to help, or I guess makeup remover. But this stuff stays on really well in the water, and we're gonna put that on the top and bottom lashes. Now we're going to move on to the lipsticks, and you will need two. Both are by NYX and they are liquid suede. The first lipstick we're going to use is called Cherry Skies by NYX, and we're just going to put that on our lips. Just try not to overdraw your lips because Lady Dimitrescu's lips are not like super big. So I don't know, use your own judgment. You could stop at this one if you'd really like to, but to just kind of go with the blacks we have up in the eyes, I think I'm going to take a little bit of this black liquid suede called Alien by NYX, and I'm going to put it in the center of my lips. I actually did this for a photo shoot, except for it wasn't black. I nuded out my lips and then put like a little bit of this red color on the inside, and it was kind of fun, so we're going to do that here. Just to give it that look of coagulated blood that you just kind of fed on because, you know, that's what she does. So I mostly just did it on the inner line of my lips, then a little bit more coming out towards the center on the top and the bottom, and I think I like how that looks. It's like the reverse of the eyes. I kind of like it. And the reason I use that lipstick specifically is that's the kind I go swimming with all the time, so I recommend those exact lipsticks because certain lipsticks will not stay on your lips well. I have tried many different ones. These ones are great. And that is it for our Lady Dimitrescu makeup tutorial that is waterproof and a little bit on the extreme gothy vamp side. So thank you for watching this. I hope you found it useful. Feel free to tag me in your waterproof photos at @the_magic_crafter on Instagram so I can see your pictures, because I have a whole file saved of Resident Evil, Devil May Cry, and Jack and Dexter, and I would love to add your photo of whatever cosplay you're doing to that collection, or just see your makeup work as a mermaid. So thanks for watching.